Welcome back to a unique Most Haunted Live. It's called Total Darkness because for almost 50 hours now, Yvette Fielding and the team have been under the streets of London. We are commemorating the 15th anniversary of Living, a unique TV channel, an award-winning channel that is also the home of Most Haunted Live. And tonight, you're our eyes and ears, but with a difference, with a twist, because apart from the time when we relocate, apart from the time we move between the locations, we are continually streaming from the webcams to the Living website. You tell us what you see, and you tell us what you're seeing tonight. Here is Julian Clegg. Julian, king of all things interactive.
Yeah, thanks very much indeed, Paul. And record-breaking interaction over the last couple of nights, and again this evening, fantastic, and your messages coming in thick and fast. Orbs, keep following Carl wherever he goes, very exciting. Haley in Chelmsford's been in touch. Kat from Worcester says, enjoying the show tonight. My lights at home keep flickering every time the show is on. We often get these strange at home messages. Keep those coming. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the webcams now and see what they're doing in the cabinet war rooms. There they are. First of all, webcam 1, Churchill's bedroom. Dean in Ireland says an orb flew around the team's heads when they were in there. Mist floating at the end of the bed, says Alistair. Saw a dark, misty figure on webcam 1, says Ben in London. And the sound of a dog barking, says Richard in Derby, all on webcam 1. Moving to webcam 2, Chief of Staff conference room, there it is. I saw orbs floating in front of the webcam in the conference room. Good luck to Yvette and the team, says Karen in Ireland. Thank you very much for that, Karen. And I heard a voice whispering on webcam 2, says Ivor in Nottingham. Let's move on to webcam 3, the cabinet war rooms, where we've just seen Yvette and the team. My daughter was looking at webcam 3, saw a figure of a man dressed in black, says Elaine in Manchester. And Jack in London saw a man in a grey uniform and he was shouting something. Jack, thank you for that message. We move from the cabinet war rooms to the corridor outside the broadcast room. We'll break that one up there. Lucy in South Wales, I heard a voice on webcam 4, sounded like it said, "What are you doing here? Be very careful," to the team, she says, and good luck. George in Essex on the same webcam says there've been orb passing across the bottom of webcam 4, and I feel the name Adam will be mentioned tonight. So that's what some of you are saying, just some of you are saying on the webcams. This is how you get in touch. You can text me first of all with your sightings, the word screen, to 80889. Don't forget the time when you saw a sighting and your name and where you're from. Text costs 50p plus 1 text rate message at a standard rate. And of course the webcams and the interactive map and ways to get in touch at our website, mosthauntedlive.net. More from Interactive to come a little bit later on. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian. Right now, let's get straight back to the vigil. Again, remember, Yvette Fielding and the team cannot hear what we are saying. Since about 9 o'clock on Friday evening, they removed their earpieces. They have no talkback. They never know when we're rejoining their investigation, so let's do it right now.
There's a name in here. What did you say? John? But what are the Prime Minister's detectives? What did they do? Carl, you're clever. You know about these things. What are Prime Minister's detectives? What were they?
They would have been essentially part bodyguard, but also if he needed something found out, a lot of it was for a deterrent as well, that people would see them there and make sure that no secrets got out and they could trust them and all that kind of thing. Basically, it's if he wanted something done, they went and did it.
So it's kind of personal police, isn't it? Yeah,
personal police. So we've got somebody here in spirit in this room. Didn't like his being in here. Called John.
Yeah, but not a nasty kind of.
No.
You know, rather, we were intruding, which I suppose we are.
When you're lying in a hotel and you get the room service lady.
Yeah, exactly.
At the
not nasty, but
time.
irritated. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now I know what Prime Minister's detectives are. Didn't know they had them.
His personal police force at some point, and his.
I know you said no. Joking.
Kiss mum.
It's joking. Oh dear. Right. Shall we? I'm just looking out for here. Shall we come round here and follow round there? So John was definitely a detective in here. There was a bit of pounding on the wall. Didn't like to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Following around here. Do you know, this is a very complicated place. And when you first think of the cabinet war rooms, you don't think of it as a huge sprawling place.
It's a bit of a maze, isn't it?
No, I'm looking at these signs here. Do you want to go in any of the wall? Are you drawn into any particular room?
Really, yeah.
Only go in one way, if you're drawn to. You don't have to go into them.
Well, I mean, I'd like to go in. I'd like to certainly go,
Okay.
in terms of just general interest, but... Oh, it's colder in here. Much
Yeah, it's
colder, isn't
colder
it?
in here, yeah.
Naturally colder though.
Yeah. No, I'm not disputing
Yeah.
that. Just immediate impression. I don't feel anyone in here specifically.
Right, come on then.
Unlike the last room, you know what I'm saying? Where as soon as we entered, it was, a shove out kind of thing.
Okay.
We shouldn't be in there.
Another bedroom in there, Carl.
John.
Should we come in here? Have a quick look?
Sorry, I'm in the way.
It's all right, no. I just want to get to the nitty-gritty and the core of things. I know we're giving everybody a view.
Blimey.
You all right?
Okay. No, I felt like I'd actually intruded again then, although, as though someone were lying on the bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know who it is? A man, a woman?
Well, a man. A man, yes.
Yeah.
The tallest, certainly using the width of the bed, the length of the bed. It's only a tiny, well, it looks only a tiny bed. I'm sure it's a normal single bed, but as though he were lying, just resting.
Yeah.
We'd walked in and lifts himself up.
You startled.
Questioning
Yeah.
our being here. A man with gone sort of darkish hair, swept straight back, bit of a moustache.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying this is a memory, or is it a
Well, I
haunting?
saw it. You saw it. What are we calling that? Is that haunting?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
residual? To see it possibly is haunting. Possibly is haunting here. Has died. Has felt that because of the work that they put in here, it would be a place that they would want to come back to. I suppose that they were tied to, anchored to, maybe.
All right, let's go out and head round because there's I want to crack on and I want to try and do a séance. Do you agree, everybody?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's just go. Bottle of water, thank
It's
you.
just me.
Okay, everybody keep coming round. And Brian, we'll keep walking. Keep the signs, guys. Keep walking.
Going straight ahead.
We're going straight ahead. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you look at this door on the left,
On the left?
look at
Where?
the name.
Oh,
Brooke.
Brooke.
I don't know if that's the same.
look! Well, you said Alan Brooke. This is
Can
the
I say
same.
something?
Shush,
I'm-
guys.
Well, this is surprising. This surprises me. But I'm going to stick. I might seem foolish. I'm going to stick to what I said.
Alan.
Alan. And I'm going to suggest that might not be the right spelling. In terms of what I feel.
Phil. Okay.
All
There
right.
might be an E on that.
Okay.
Okay, but that's what I'm feeling.
Where do we go now?
Just here to the right.
Oh, in here. Wow.
Whoa.
Be very, very, very careful when we're in here.
I know, we can't touch anything. These glass panels, they're taking the glass panel away so we're allowed to go in. Gosh, it's cold in here. It's really, really
It
cold.
is, isn't it? Once
Yeah.
again, it's similar to that last room we
Yeah.
were in, I guess.
Yeah. Are we not having the, are we just doing a séance in here
Yes.
then? Right, well where,
We've got 3 chairs set up here and 2 on the other side.
right, gosh, that's a
So
bit of
do you
a,
want to sit on the other side?
are we allowed to
with
sit on these
Carl?
chairs?
You and Carl. Yes, you've asked specific permission.
Okay.
And
And this map, this
Carl's
is
gonna sit
exciting,
on
is this one, isn't it?
Can't touch it.
I'm not touching it. This is real. This was the map that they used in the Second World War.
That is a map that Churchill...
Look, there's a funny drawing here.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
it's a Scottish something. I don't know,
kilt
there's a
on it.
kilt on it. I've no idea what it means.
Italian.
But there's like a little,
Where is he? He's on his way to Denmark by the looks of it.
oh, how funny.
Carl, can you put the lights on it again? What is it? Just a funny character.
a little
just a funny
character.
cartoony thing.
This is This is where Scotland...
Yeah.
the coastline of Scotland.
Yeah,
So it's along
yeah.
here, the long 40s and up.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's really interesting to look at all of this. I'm not allowed to touch it, so shall we sit down?
Churchill actually looked at that.
I know.
How privileged, I can't believe it.
Right.
So what do you want? Stuart? Kath? Yeah. Do you guys want to come in?
We sat at this table. We sat at this table.
In the actual
Do you want to go
chairs.
In the
and
actual
talk the far end there?
Yeah.
Kath in the middle, and
This is brilliant,
can we just
isn't
take
it?
that bottle off of there?
Yes, of course.
Would you like me, Carl? If you stand this end here, Stuart.
Yeah.
Kath, you're
take
just
your
in the middle.
don't know why someone gave me that.
Stuart.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I think I've got a tail leg.
Oh, wow.
How cool is this? It's fantastic.
We're sitting, this is where they won the war from here. This is where Churchill...
I know. Right, can you put your hand in the
Just so
middle
you
there,
do know,
Brian?
Yvette,
Yeah. Sorry, wait.
just so you do know,
Look in the middle of the table.
while we're sitting here doing the science, you keep talking about the map, but I am going to be standing behind you because there is, if anything happens, it's natural for you to jump out of the chair, but I'm going to be standing protecting the map.
No one's going to jump out
The other thing is that we talked about earlier on today, in seances, it's always nice to have an object in the middle of the seance, an original object. And we're surrounded by original objects in this particular room, and there's one object that is probably the most emotive, has the most emotion associated with it. And we managed to get special permission to use this object, and it's the red phone.
Oh, wow.
What?
Oh, how fantastic.
Oh my God.
That's brilliant.
We're not allowed to touch that,
You're not allowed to touch it during the seance at any point, but I don't know if you agree with me, Carl, maybe it might be good because Yvette's part of the seance, if Yvette just touches it once, just to... This is the red phone.
Does it feel right? Is it Churchill?
Is it Churchill? God, wouldn't that be weird if I heard a note?
It wouldn't be Churchill, it would be the Queen or the
Queen said,
President or the General.
God.
President
What am I?
Actually, that's right, it would be General...
It would be the General more so, wouldn't it?
Could be Monty. Monty would have probably called on that.
Come on then, let's crack on.
Sorry, I've
Can
gone
I
the
also
story.
just ask a question? Did anybody hear the big, and the table is banging now? Yeah. Did anybody accidentally raise their knee or kick the table? Because it went bang straight away. Right, Brian, do you want to just try, I know it's uncomfortable, just fingertips, that's it.
Sorry, Stu, I'll be within 2 seconds. I'll just put my torch away so nothing
you ready?
falls
I bet the table's too high for that.
Stu?
You hear that?
Alright, come on.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was me, sorry.
Okay. Everybody quiet, everybody stand still. Everybody quiet, please. Stand still. Okay. If there is anybody here, and I know that there are, please come towards this table. Come towards this table now. Let us know that you are here with us, in spirit. Come and talk to us. Try and use your voice. Try and move the phone. Tap on the table. The table's moving. The table is moving.
Moving one way.
It's creaking.
Oh, no, it is moving.
Okay, please.
Listen,
Okay, thank you. Could you move the table some more, please? Let us know that you're here. We don't mean you any harm. I think you know who we are and why we're here. Please continue to move the table or make noises. You make noises with your voices. Push the table. Really concentrate, guys. It seems to me to be getting colder. I'm getting a cold breeze or something right on my back.
Because I'm feeling that as well. Now, whether that's natural, I don't know.
Okay. Somebody else call out, please.
If there is a spirit here, make yourself known to us. If it's a spirit that we've already encountered, Brookie, if it's you, or is it one of the detectives? Is it John? And please, make yourself known.
Welcome back to Most Haunted Live, Total Darkness. We are broadcasting from Alexandra Palace, the beautiful building that is also the home of British television. And what a night you've chosen to join us. Yvette Fielding and the team have now been without daylight for almost 50 hours, and the programme does not end until 1 a.m. We have been streaming continuously the footage when we've been off air, apart from those moments when we relocate the webcams. They are now live tonight inside the Cabinet War Rooms, for which we thank our friends at the Imperial War Museum. Not only is this the first ever paranormal investigation inside that historic building, but we've been given access behind the scenes. Who knows what might happen? When we left the team, they were conducting a séance. Let's get straight back there now.
Maybe 16th century.
What was here then?
Am I right that there was something like a palace?
I know.
You know where we are?
Yes, I know.
A palace, a royal palace, the seat of monarchy.
Yes. Oh my, yes.
Does it relate to that? I think it does.
Okay. You're right, Carl. Can you join hands? You all seem to have kind of... I know you don't.
Well, do you know something about it?
What?
Me and Carol didn't join hands for a reason.
Why?
Because the table was still rocking. So that kind of proved to me and Carl that we didn't need our hands.
Right, I see.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll join them, yeah.
So, listen. Are you monarchy? Did you work in the palace? Yes.
Worked in the palace.
You worked in the palace? Yes. Okay. Are you happy to talk to us? Is the table is moving again? Vibrating?
Yeah.
Go on, keep going. Keep going. Lift it up, try and bang it. Try and bang it at one end. Come on. The king and queen, come on. The king and queen.
Charles.
That's it. Come on.
Something says Charles to me. Charles first?
Charles the First.
Charles the First? That'd be right.
Hmm? No, they were just known as Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, Charles. Okay.
Trauma, execution. Executed here, near here.
Are you, how many of you are here? Tap out how many of you are here.
You right?
Okay, what was that? What's wrong?
Well, Kieran's right there, so Kieran...
What did you feel?
Right, can you see the back? My back is exposed here.
Yes.
Oh! Something went. Like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
No, it was a finger.
Right. The only thing I would have thought it could have been the strap on this, but this is strapped around my
To you.
wrist, so there's
Okay.
no way it could have been that.
Right, okay.
Accidentally.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting. Charles. Trauma, execution.
What, they're talking about Charles being executed?
Being executed. Either here or very near. Either the ground that this place is built on, or very near here.
How many of you are here? How many of you? Tap out how many of you are here. Come on. For the king. For the king. God save the king. Come on. It's gone quiet. Just like that.
There's nothing, is there, now?
No.
No creaking or anything.
Nothing.
No.
Bizarre. At one point, that candle, because I was looking, that candle was doing that. Was rocking because
Yeah.
of the table.
Well, do you see,
Like
the
that.
middle of the table? Can you reach over a bit and feel that there's a joint in the table?
Yes.
Those two pieces were going in different directions.
Really?
And so consequently that candle there was rocking all over the
Oh,
place.
it's tapping. 3, 4. Can I confirm there are 4 of you here? It's like there's lots of people. No.
Well, just one.
Okay, well, how many are you here? How many of you? 4. 4 again.
4.
There are 4 of you here. Tap twice for yes and once for no. Oh, God, so frustrating. No, it
Yeah.
says. Okay. Can the 4 of you get underneath this table and push it up so high? For the king. Get under this table and push it up. Use all of your strength and push it up. Come on! Get your backs into it, boys! Come on! Push it up into the air. The 4 of you. If there are 4. Ooh.
It's creaking again.
It is. It's the most bizarre thing. I don't know if I'm approaching it right by saying, come on, I'm not sure if I... Ooh!
Fucking hell, the table's rising in the middle.
It is.
Get your backs underneath this wood and lift it for your king.
So someone's lifting themselves up from underneath the table.
Come on. Come on. All of you. Oh, quiet. Wouldn't it be great if the end of this table just went up like that and went bang down? That would be amazing. I'd love that.
Would.
Real proof that they're here.
Can you do that?
Oh.
Spirit?
Oh.
Rise this table. Rise it up.
Come on, come on.
Rise it up and slam it down.
That was me, that bit.
I don't think they can.
Is the energy not there?
It's bizarre. You actually start to think that they're going to do it and then it stops.
Yeah, and just peter out.
Yeah. So that, to me, is fascinating. You come in here and then all of a sudden we're drawn right back to the 1500s.
1500s.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have the suggestion of, well, monarchy, Charles, Henry.
Can you give me a name of what this place used to be?
The pal.
I've just moved my hands back.
Yeah, and I actually touched my fingers
Yeah,
down on the
no,
table.
I'm here.
So
Yeah. Oh. 3.
the Palace of Whitehall.
Yeah. That's right,
Palace
isn't
of
it?
Whitehall.
Whitehall Palace.
The seat of the monarchy.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
And earlier, archbishops, yes.
Oh, yeah. That I never expected that. Honestly, didn't expect to be going back to that. Yeah, no. I've got World War II in my head for the whole evening.
Yvette, how many times have we encountered this?
Anyone standing next to Kieran on the other side?
No.
There's no one near you at all.
Do you know what, Carl? That's funny you should just say that.
Because that's what you thought was there, Stu.
I thought some of the crew members walked in.
The table's just lifted up on this side. The table is just lifted up on this side. Between me. Did you feel it, Carl?
Yeah. The table didn't.
What, as though someone's let themselves out from under it or something? It's lifted it up.
Yeah, this bit of the table actually lifted up like that.
The only way you can do
Why
it.
the table is.
Yeah.
You to lift it with your knees, just to... can you just show Chris what you'd have to do to lift it with your knees? Because it's quite high, isn't it?
Well, you can't, really. Well, you'd have to lift naturally lift your leg up to this degree. And look, there you go.
I can't.
Yeah,
How ridiculous is that? Look.
yeah. Okay. Just wanted everybody to know. Right, shall we move on from here? I mean, I just find that quite...
So we've uncovered a few more planes,
Yes.
in other words,
Yeah.
haven't we? Once again, we've kind of peeled back layers, if you
But
like.
these people under the table, what am I
Whatever
saying?
it is, there's
the energy,
presence
I know.
and energy.
The energy under the table, they wanted us to know, and I'm sure they're still here, aren't you, that they are from
Another time,
when this was Whitehall.
yes. Palace of Whitehall. Yes?
Is that? Listen.
Look at this, you can see the table
It's just
moving.
there. Yeah. They were from Whitehall, but what king were you? What was your king? Who was your king? Was it Henry?
Henry.
It was Henry.
Henry. Wasn't it? Most powerful. Henry VIII. Henry.
Were you a courtier here?
King.
Oh, blimey. Is that right by you, Kath? You all right?
A courtier.
It was a courtier.
Yes.
Oh, it's right over here now, the pounding.
That candlestick or anything?
It would be at the table.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. All right. Were you all courtiers? Are there 4 of you that are courtiers of Henry VIII? Can you play Play the drum. Play the drumming. Drum. Roll the drum for Henry.
Yes.
They're doing the drumming. The drum roll. Listen.
Yes.
That. Faster, boys. Roll the drum. Faster for Henry. Do you know, I've gone all hot. Wow, I've just...
My goodness.
That noise, the other noise, there's this on the table, there's noise sounding like it was coming through there.
From the other side.
The other side, like it was almost through the wall and the pipes all. And it was louder. You loved your king, didn't you? You loved your king.
So could the cabinet war rooms also be linked to a palace that was once owned or at least inhabited by Henry VIII? We're going to find out from Leslie Smith after this.
Jesus, you know.
Yes.
Oh! Come on! Get your backs into it, boys!
Rise this table. Rise it up.
Walked in.
The table's just lifted up on this side.
Palace of Whitehall. Yes?
Hello and welcome back to Most Haunted Live, Total Darkness, and some very surprising and specific historical information emerging from the seance there conducted by our medium clairvoyant Brian Shepherd. We've got Leslie Smith on hand to try and source it and to try and confirm it. Leslie, I'm frankly surprised. I know London very well. I know the cabinet war rooms. King Charles was mentioned. Would that make any sense?
It makes absolutely perfect sense because they're on the site of the massive Whitehall Palace that burnt down in the 1600s. Only the banqueting house is left. And close by them, the corner, northwest corner of the banqueting house above them, was where Charles I was executed one bitter cold November day.
And before that, back in history, your area of speciality, the Elizabethans, in fact, the Tudor dynasty, Henry VIII, was he linked to this place?
Absolutely. He confiscated, it's one of Wolsey's, Cardinal Wolsey, it was confiscated off him, and Henry was the one who started making it absolutely massive, and in fact, it spread on right on where they are, and today I've had somebody, an historian from Royal Palaces, who has confirmed, astoundingly, that the cellars feed into where they are. So they may well have bumped into some courtiers of Henry and Charles.
So that sense of authority, that sense of a commanding male presence, may be nothing to do with the last century. It may go back to the 16th century.
It might well go back to Henry's time. It became Whitehall Palace in 1530.
I can tell you're bubbling over with information.
Myself, actually.
We're going to talk again very soon. Let's get straight back to the vigil in the cabinet war rooms. Yvette Fielding and the team. Remember, they can't hear us. They have no talk back. Let's get straight back there now.
Quiet. There would have been a lot of activity in here.
24/7 with them.
Yes.
They wouldn't have heard anything really.
Yeah, it would just,
Yeah,
you know.
but you don't know what might have been the odd moments where someone's been in their bunk on their own, or
You get... Oh.
Table's moving.
Just drumming.
Keep going, boys.
Keep it going. Drum for the king.
It's extraordinary. So strong. It's not the strongest I've heard, but it's strong, isn't it, Kieran?
It is very strong.
Isn't it, Carl?
Yeah, it's very strong. I think it's
Can you do anything else for us? What you're doing is fantastic. Can you do something else for us? Could you perhaps... Can you try and use your voice?
What about a whistling, so as in pipes? Would they not have had some sort of piper
Oh,
or...
yes. Yeah.
That seems a very simple sound.
Well,
doesn't it?
Henry was a musician. He loved to write
he
his own music, didn't he?
He loved music,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
He surrounded himself with musicians. So, you know, if there was a piper that Henry particularly liked, yes, could you not make a sound?
What was the name of Henry's musician, his composer? Oh,
Leslie would know the answer to that.
Yes. Do you know the name of this composer? Oh, I'm trying to remember. William? No? Is it William? William. What is his name? Oh, it's a funny name.
William Schnigglewaggle?
No.
No, not that funny.
No. Oh, I will never be able to remember that. But he was very famous in those times.
Yeah.
Did you like his music? I think you know who I'm talking about. Henry's composer. Did you like his music? That's your name moving that.
Yeah.
Too,
Just moved up.
yeah. I'm going to... Ooh. Blimey. It's almost like... Okay. Can you, before we leave here, can you use your voices? Can you perhaps whistle? Can you whistle loudly?
Sometimes you're probably asking them to do things they were never allowed to do in life. I wouldn't have thought they'd be allowed to make too much noise.
No.
I'm only guessing.
Isn't it?
I'm only guessing because I wasn't there.
Yeah. Are you sure you weren't there?
Sure. I know.
Okay. Okay. I just find that amazing. We're going to leave this room now. We're not leaving the building. Do you want to give us a drum roll before we go? Want to give us a drum roll before we go?
Once again for the king.
One last time. If I do it, I'll do it in the centre of the table. Do it together. Now you. Come on. Gone very quiet now.
Yeah.
Maybe they're fed up of us.
Oh, we've got nothing, have we? No response to that.
It's like they're distant, but they're here. Down that end. If you know what I mean. It's like I'm hearing banging on that wall over there.
It's a feeling as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? That you're with company, that there's a lot more people here.
Yeah. Oh.
Voices.
You're hearing voices.
Voices, yeah.
What are you hearing?
It's distant. Talking back.
What?
So from way, way down in time, but talking over the years to us. I just hear a faint, just voices.
What are they
Nothing
saying?
specific.
What words? Give me words. Any words. It could be anything. What are they saying?
It's very difficult with that. It's not that easy to do it. It's not defined, if you like. It's just voices, a group of people.
I think, well...
Probably talking, to themselves.
English, though? I mean...
Even that. I'd be on that side. I'd get you on that side, but it's hard to tell.
Shall we leave here now? Shall we leave this room? And... Oh!
All right.
The table just lifted up on this end. I had my arms like this, and it went... Not as loud as that down, but it definitely lifted up. Would you like us to leave now? Would you like us to leave this room? I think we should. There's no answer, but I have no idea. But let's leave the room.
We're thinking to do something.
Oh. What?
Well, it's only really if they want. Are we on, Chris? Yes.
Okay.
Brilliant.
What?
Kieran.
Yes. We've walked around part of this particular area, the war rooms, and been into a few rooms. What Carl and I were talking about is yourself and Kath going off and starting at the same point we started, but actually going round the same route, and just the two of you, and you can be picked up on the webcams at each point. So reducing the number of people completely, because with some of the noises, some of the stuff we're getting, it would be good if you got those same noises if it's just the two of you. What do you think, Carl?
That's a great idea, and things will stay here, and you know where we are.
Oh, you want us to go now?
Yeah.
Just right, okay. And what? I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Kath go now.
Because we've done this, so we'll stay here and continue with our seance. You carry on.
Right, have we got walkie-talkies?
Continue from this point, Carl, you think? Or
I think it's always try and do the whole, go through every single webcam and then come back here.
But the thing is, I don't know the route. I don't know where all the webcams are. Should we just try and find them?
You just try and find them.
Okay.
But you need a walkie-talkie.
Come on then, Kath. Let's go. I can't get over that pounding. I really hope that everybody heard that at home.
So again, as with last night, Dr. Kieran O'Keefe there is separating the group. He's worried that they've got too cosy together and maybe the noise means they can't hear what's going on. So Kat and Yvette are retracing their steps through the Cabinet War Room, while Carl, Kieran, Stuart and everybody else will remain in that meeting room with our main camera. That means you can be our eyes and ears even more now. The webcams are vital. You've already done us great service. Let's find out the latest from Julian Clegg, Master of all things interactive. Julian.
Thanks very much indeed, Paul. Interesting. Every time we do this, we get comments about which members of the team to watch out for. Yvette and Kath, interestingly, just coming in at the moment. Leanne from Barrow saying, watch out, Kath and Yvette this evening, also enjoying the show. Lots of messages saying you're loving this weekend. For example, Matthew in Wensbury says, best weekend ever, best most haunted live ever. Love it. Now let's look at the webcam, see how they're doing. Lots of comments on this. Let's go to webcam 1 first of all. Churchill's bedroom. Ghostly figure behind the bed, says Heidi and Stuart and Newark. It's floating, in fact, above the bed as well. Paul and Leeds says we just saw a figure floating behind the bed, says same theme going on there. And Leanne and Gareth say a figure walking by the bed. Keep safe, everyone, is their message. And Lee and Georgie and Morecambe say they've seen a figure above the bed. Rather you lot than us, they say. Webcam 2, the Chief of Staff conference room. There it is, you can see the team there at the moment. Jess and Angie from Peterborough. A soldier on camera 2 which marched right through the corridor and then turned into the room. That's what they reckon in Peterborough this evening. Mike in Manchester says there's a woman walking up and down the hallway. Please be careful, Kath, is the message on webcam 2. Webcam 3, the Cabinet War Rooms. Michael and Derby, thank you. We'll just bring it up there and you can see that's where they were a bit earlier. Michael and Derby says, I saw a light above Yvette's head when she asked how many spirits there were in the room. Interesting, Michael, thank you. And Angela from Greenock said, I saw an orb dart about just before Carl felt something. Angela, there you are, thank you. Now, webcam 4, that's the corridor outside the broadcast room, just bringing it up there. Dennis from Southampton said I can hear a noise on webcam 4 which sounds like Morse code. Interesting. And Kerry and Lisa and Dudley, a dark hooded figure passed across the door. I think it's going to be a tough night tonight. Team, watch out. Kerry and Lisa, thank you. How to get in touch, let me tell you. You can text me, text the word screen to 80889. The text costs 50p plus one text message at a standard rate. Website is mosthauntedlive.net for the interactive map, the webcams and your messages. And I leave you with one final thought. Chris and Lester says, Carl, be careful, and a man called George will be significant tonight. I wonder. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you, Julian. Well, the team is now fragmented. Kath and Yvette are on their own. Now, I'm no clairvoyant, but I confidently predict there will be screaming after this. Hello and welcome back to Most Haunted Live, Total Darkness. We are broadcasting from Alexandra Palace in North London, the home of British television. And we are bringing you a unique programme, a unique experiment. Yvette and the team have now been underground in London without sight of daylight for over 50 hours. And now Yvette and Kath are on their own with only webcams for company. Let's get straight back to the vigil at the Cabinet War Rooms right now.
You're not on the solid. Chris? We're on.
Oh,
Are we?
funny.
Yes.
Oh, we're really sorry, it's just that
You didn't.
Stuart Harrison, our location producer, has just walked out of here, misjudged the exit and has walked straight into the glass panel.
Are we on air now, please?
Yes, we are.
Right. Shall we start our walk then?
Yeah, if you could.
Okay,
Yvette's
come on
just
then.
gone off to start the
Let's
walk
go.
with Kath.
We're on our way.
Around the whole of this place. Now we're going to continue with this seance because we're getting some stuff.
Yeah. And we're getting that chinking sound
We
again.
were just getting a chinking, almost sounded like a ring on some sort of metal against metal sound, wasn't it?
But it was coming, Mike, you said it was coming from you.
It was some sort of feedback from me. It was right in front of me.
It did sound to the left, to the left-hand side of me, very close to my ear, but...
Right, let's carry on then. Let's try and...
So...
Can you grab me?
Yeah. Where is he? Yeah, there he is.
So if you're here, please try to make yourself known to us. Please affect the girls as they walk around. Tapping sound there.
Yeah.
Please try to make yourself known to us by affecting one of the girls. Tap Yvette on the head. She's the taller one of the two.
Getting cold drafts across my hands, both of them.
Also tapping.
Do you mean us any harm? Nothing.
No.
It's cold in the middle of the table. That's quite strange.
It's odd, isn't it? It's like it's coming from above almost. And
Is your gadget saying anything, Kieran?
There isn't a breeze coming from above. There's a slight airflow coming from that corner, over in that direction.
Okay.
That's the only air.
So, yeah.
But there's nothing above.
Let me just check on the girls, make sure, so we'll see where they are. Yvette, it's Carl.
Carl?
How is everything with you? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're in front of the first webcam that we found. I don't know if it's the right one, but we're here.
Okay, we're going to continue asking out here and asking for whatever's around, because the banging sounds are still making quite a loud sound, to affect you in some way or communicate with you.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
we're getting constant banging.
It isn't here, isn't it? It's Churchill. Hello? Is there anybody here?
There are two girls walking around this place. If you know this is a palace, they're walking around kitchens, they're walking around the corridors that you know. They shouldn't be there. Please do whatever you can to make them go. Show yourself to them if you can. Make a sound near them. Table shaking.
Yeah. You feel that, right?
Oh, that's a hell of a foot vibration.
I can feel it going right on my arm, my left arm, right across my back.
Yeah. Now what's, just try and find out, what spirit is this? Is it this, whatever's with us?
Is there anybody here?
Is it the people we spoke of earlier, the courtiers? Stop now.
I'm going to have to see that because I'll stretch
Can you
that
sound?
if you will.
Yeah.
If you are here, please shake the table again. Can you lift the table?
Whistle, can you whistle back?
Ask for something else to happen to Kath and Yvette.
Yeah, what's a good, something that would be a good
If
happening?
whoever's there can grab the wrist of either of the girls walking around. So if you can grab their wrist.
So whatever spirit is present with us, if they could reach out, reach across, reach down through the corridors where the girls are walking, and not only just make yourself known to them, but specifically grab the wrist of one of them. Say, Yvette. Will that be done?
Can you whistle back?
Do that.
Do you know, crying out loud, it's got to be me, because I could swear I could see somebody at the end of this table sitting down.
Sitting down, I don't think there's even a seat.
I want to know.
No, there's no seat, there's no
There's no
room
seat.
to sit down. There's no...
There's no one outside the glass.
Well, let's... Could it have been a reflection then?
Chair, let's get up and carry on walking around.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There are a couple of people outside of the glass.
Let's go up and carry on walking around, shall we?
Okay.
Just be really careful and put these seats back nice and...
I'll put the phone back.
Yeah?
Okay.
I'll get out there. Right. Come on, if you're here. Show us yourself.
Yeah, any spirit present with us now, show yourself. Make yourself known to us. Follow us out into the corridor. Thump on a wall. Come on, make yourself known. Jesus Christ. Well, just walked into this, just walked into this thing on the wall here.
Let's go ahead. I just kind of like these because these are the small private quarters that would have been someone's special place away from all the everyday hustle and bustle of trying to win a war.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine they would try to
escape a little bit.
Yeah, for the stress. I mean, imagine how much stress we have in our daily lives. Imagine trying to win a war, a world war.
Just think what's going on in the head of the person that would have been staying here.
But how important it is to have their own little bit of space to shut, to come in here, shut that door, if you like, and be apart from it.
Is there anyone here, Brian?
And you feel it. You can feel something. You can feel that this would have very much been someone's domain, if you like. There does feel a bit of a presence in here. But at the desk there is a writing desk. Yeah.
Can you see the
see just the shoulders of someone bent over the desk. So writing something. With one hand out, just resting on a phone. I'm right, there is a phone over there, presumably. Yes. Yeah, okay. Just bent over, as though almost, head nodding forward.
As though they're going to phone somebody or they're waiting
Well,
for
just waiting for a call. Hand on the receiver, other hand with a
What's
pen, but head slouched forward somewhat.
What's the name of the gentleman in here? If you can't get it, Brian, it'll be on the name tag.
Well, I'm not getting it. Nothing coming across. Nothing. No name is evident.
That is? And maybe we can ask for the name to be whispered to Kath in a bit.
Can we?
Sorry.
Tommy.
Okay.
It's there. Look.
Thompson.
Tommy.
Thompson.
Is it Tommy?
We can
No, of course not. Tell them. I'm going to do it.
But Tommy.
tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
if you are here in this room, please try to whisper your name to the two girls that walk these corridors tonight. Yeah?
Yeah.
Did that make any sense?
It made perfect sense.
That's good. If it made sense to you, that is good.
No, because you can't.
Well, you
can't understand what you're saying.
Well, you're intelligent, and I'm not. And if you can understand it,
well, make themselves known to the girls. Yeah.
just whisper their name, because if they can whisper that name to the girls, that's
That would be impressive.
All right.
The other thing I find strange is, from a logical point of view, the seance that you just conducted in the Chief of Staff's room with the big table, presumably the energy was whipped up from doing that seance, because we did come in here earlier and you said you didn't feel anything.
In here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's it. We did create quite an energy in there between us, didn't we?
Right.
Now, I don't know, that, as I say, by coming in here then fresh out of there, if we brought that, or some of that in here, and suddenly we get to see something.
Right.
Or
Is this
feel
person
something.
still here?
He's still there, yeah.
Bent
Can you
just
turn
bent
around? Can you
across.
see him? Can you see his face?
No, I can't. He's like, well, I'm not going to do it because he's in that chair. But bent forward, I'm going to lean across, and let his hands over there, and one hand here with a pen, as though, kind of nodding off, going to sleep.
Right.
While waiting for a call with a pen to write down some information. Okay, that is the situation.
Okay.
But tired enough to nod.
Do you want to see?
Yvette, it's Carl. Can you hear me?
Ask her if a name has come to
Hello!
her.
Oh, Carl, has any name come to you recently?
No, we're basically by Winston Churchill's bed, so we've mentioned Winston Churchill, but that's it.
Name that comes to her head. Does she have a name in her head?
Do you have any name in your head? If so, can you just give us the first name that comes into your head?
Clive.
Excuse me?
Mary. Clive and Mary.
Clive and Mary. Okay. Well, maybe there's some way we could find out Thompson's first name. If it's Clive, that would be a huge coincidence.
Would it?
No, I'm hoping not.
Clive.
Let's carry on walking.
Although,
what's it say on that?
although having said it was commander, so that's...
Tommy Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson, yeah.
Tommy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Tommy, so it's not...
Where can we walk? Can we go sit down that way? Let's carry on walking down. Let's take a right down here.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Can you head down there?
Can we go down there?
Can we go down there or what?
No, apparently you've got to stand here for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Shut that cable. Yeah. And you got it?
Okay, keep going back, guys.
Let's go. Okay.
All right.
Now, the thing to remember is you look at this, obviously we know in the 40s, the early part of the 40s, this would have been, surely, Boston should have been full of people on a daily basis, 24/7, running past with bits of paper, important pieces of paper, important information.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you'd have the great man himself, you'd have Churchill wandering through here.
Sure.
And I wonder whether people would have been so wrapped up in their daily routine of trying to get pieces of information through that they wouldn't have even, they wouldn't have, when they're brushing past Churchill, I wonder if any of them thought, that's Churchill. That's Mr. Winston Churchill.
So focused on their task, you mean?
Yeah, and not even realising.
Yeah, not to an extent.
You're hearing footsteps.
Yeah, we think.
From what direction? Behind.
Here. We are sat with our backs to Winston Churchill's bed. The webcam is in front of us and the noises are coming from our right down the corridor, towards us, down the corridor.
Okay, well we are moving, but that's not from our direction. So you're clear that it's definitely not us that's making those noises.
Okay. Come towards us. Are there any spirit people here?
Should we carry on asking out?
We know that you're here.
Stuart, how are you feeling?
Can you please walk towards Kath and I?
Okay, to be honest with you.
Come on.
I'm the same as
Make a noise. Whistle. Tap. Bang.
Bangs, moans and
Throw
groans, the
something.
usual what we normally hear. And it's just frustrating because none of us know and we can't pinpoint it and say, yeah, it's exactly coming from there. It's frustrating. It's not directional, it's all over, isn't it, the sound?
Okay, well, let's carry on
And
asking.
you get the impression again, walking on. Carl was talking about, the busyness of the area, and we've just walked past, the pots and pans as well, kettles, and a lot of metal, utility items. We've just walked past a kitchen, you get that, so there's a busyness of that, the smells associated with it, so I'm getting that all the time.
Yeah.